Hi there. Thank you for tuning in. And I just felt really compelled to do this video today. But before I even talk about what I want to talk about, I want to preface that these videos, all the videos that I do, that these are strictly my opinions based upon my own experiences that I've had. I'm not saying this is right or this is wrong, or this is what someone should do. I'm actually just really providing information and bringing awareness based upon my own experiences, because everything that I'm going to be sharing on these videos is because of my own experiences that I've had, and just my own growth through my own journey and continuing always to grow. So that brings me to this video today. And I'm not even sure what to call this video, but it will be called something, but it is around relationships. And I feel that really what drew me to do this relationship and why I want to do it right now is because it's fresh on my mind, is that I heard on the radio show today that they have this segment called Love Him or Leave Him. And then they have another segment on a different day that's called Crazy Girl Thursday. And it got me to thinking that, wow, like, no wonder we don't have these truly deep connected relationships. We've got radio shows that are putting on segments that, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong, this is just me bringing awareness to not only myself, but to you guys. And that's all it is. It's providing the information and bringing awareness. But I realized, wow, how disconnected are we when you can throw a segment on Love Him or Leave Him, and it's not even about love her or leave her. It's about love him or leave him, and having 3 callers call in and determine that person's outcome. To me, how can you do that? I can't seem to understand that you just can't make those kinds of decisions. And I think what I really want to say is that the person who's calling in, or anybody who's listening to this, it's really about, within yourself that if there is something that's not right, intuitively, man or woman, we know there's just something that doesn't feel right. And if it doesn't feel right, then it's about communication. It's not because, in this particular one, is where this person had, her boyfriend had a page up, or a picture about this girl that he used to date, or he was interested or something. I really didn't hear the whole thing because I really didn't want to hear it. It just sparked something in me to, like, I've got to do a video on this. And, there was all the people that listening said, leave him, because if he doesn't take it down, then why stay with him? And to me, no. You know what I mean? It's like, really have these conversations. And I think too, for the woman, that it's about your own security. It's about you knowing, this is my guy. This is my man. And nothing can stand in the way of that. And that's just my own, again, personal feelings on that. Would I like that? I don't know. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I think it really depends upon the whole situation, and how long, I don't know, just there's so many aspects to that. And I think it's really about communication. Communication is the key. It is key with everything. It doesn't matter what it is. We have to communicate. And we can't be just jumping to the gun and saying, okay, this is, why I'm going to leave you because of this reason. So that's one aspect. And then the other thing is, you look at reality shows like the Kardashians, and you look at the Bachelorette or the Bachelor. To me, these are, what are we saying to humanity? What are we saying to our children that are coming, that are being, brought up in this next generation? The kids, they are our future. And if we want to change the way we look at relationships, everyone wants an intimate relationship. Everyone wants to have that profound relationship, that true connection. But if we have things like this that are out in the world that we're watching and we are feeding into that, there is no way that we can make changes in the world. And I'm not saying don't watch TV, but I'm saying that TV is about programming. Radio's the shows are about programming. It's about programming what, because we're listening to these daily and we're watching this daily. So then it's getting us to thinking, well, if that person's doing that, then I should do this. And, it's all for the rating, it's all for the marketing, and I get all that. But again, TV and media, that's what they're into. Movies, same thing. So what's drawing us in? How do we want to make these changes? And the only way to make these changes is we have to not feed into these avenues or these venues that provide this type of information. So really what I'm really saying with this video is to really think about when you're watching or you're listening to these programs, not to take it for face value. And really, why are we watching these? I personally don't watch TV. I haven't watched it in over 10 years, unless there's something I need to watch. Yahoo provides, or MSN provides, all the information that I need, or I find out from someone else. I mean, I watch movies, but not TV or programs. So, I don't know, because to me, it's like I don't want to feed my brain with that type of information, because to me, it's like, why? What's the point? What's the point of looking at that? And I don't know, that's just my own personal opinion. So, and again, I'm not saying that anything is right or wrong, or good or bad. What I'm really saying is that it's from my own experiences and from what I believe. But I just want to provide information, because that's what I do, is bringing awareness to humanity, that if we really want to see a different world, we have to be the change. Gandhi said it, be the change you want to see in the world. We have to change. We have to shift our consciousness, which is about shifting your thought, shifting how you do things, and really looking at, how is that serving me? Crazy Girl Thursday, these girls are calling in, oh, I keyed his car, I'm throwing bricks at him. I mean, really, and I'm not wanting to make judgment, and I'm not feeling like I'm not making judgment. I'm bringing awareness, like, how is that right? How is it that we are giving away tickets to go to something if you can have the worst, crazy girl scenario? I just don't get that. And so I just feel that that is tearing us apart from what we truly, truly want. As I said in my other video, the relationship, the world is about relationship. And it's first and foremost with ourselves. And we have to go inside and do the work. That's just it. We're going to have to go inside. And what is triggering us? Why are we reacting to certain things? It's because of something that was said or done as a child growing up, because how we are today is based upon our upbringing and society and the stories that we're talking about, and we're living these stories and talking about these stories and keeping these stories going that are keeping them alive. So that's just really what I'm saying. And I, just to keep all of this energy alive and what's really going on in these reality shows and people tweeting and we're gossiping and we're talking about all this, to me, it just feeds it. And why feed it? What if nobody watched any of these? What if nobody got involved in any of these and they shifted the way they did media and they shifted the way they did radio, which is still media? What if that shifted? What if it really shifted to, call in and tell me about the best relationship that you ever had, and what was the feeling with that? That, to me, I would watch TV. I would listen to the radio, which I still listen to the radio because I love music. But I would watch TV. If they had that felt really good and it's feeding my soul, I would do that. So, gosh, I really feel I had to share this video with you guys today, and I hope you can feel what I'm feeling, and really asking yourself these questions, like, really, what am I feeding my soul? And to go inside and to ask yourself these questions, what is that that's attracting to me about that? How is that really serving me? And to think about, when we are in relationships, that it is about communication. And we do know when there's something, that intuition, that gut feeling, that something's not right. And we can't just on face value think, okay, there's another scenario that I'll be really quick with. They're on the radio station. They had called in, and I actually called in and gave my 2 cents worth, that this lady had called in and she was with this gentleman for a long time, 3 years or 4 years, and she found a ring in his pocket of his jacket in the closet. And she thought, oh my gosh, he's going to give me a ring. Well, this was like in the fall, I guess, and she thought it was going to be for Christmas. Christmas came and went, and she never got the ring. And so she thought it was for somebody else. So she called into this radio station and said, I don't know what I should do. Should I leave him? Should I, talk to him about this? Da, 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 da. And they're like, well, there's something going on if he hasn't, like, by now. And I'm like, no, not at all. If he is not paying attention to you, and if you're not having intimacy and not making love or having sex, then there's something to think about. There's something to go, I wonder, and it's in the conversation, it's in the communication, not to assume that there's another woman. Maybe he's waiting for Valentine's Day and not Christmas. We don't know. But if there's any signs that he was showing her that there's another woman, she would know it. For the most part, because sometimes we don't really want to know that, and we're like, no. I can't, fathom that he would be doing something like that. But in this case, I called in and said, no, absolutely not. You would know first and foremost if he's not paying attention to you, you're not having sex, you're not making love, you're not doing things together, then you would know. But just to go up and say, hey, who's this ring for? Then it would blow the whole surprise. So that's what I'm really saying, is that really, we can't do things on face value just because we think, oh my gosh, well, he didn't do this, and so, I'm going to leave him. I just think, again, I think I mentioned it before, or maybe I didn't in my other video. We women are complicated. That's just it. Men are simple. Simple, simple, simple. We make things so difficult. Why? I don't even know, because I'm a woman. And it's like, oh, if we can just learn to not play these games and not just do all this stuff that we're doing and reading into things and making more than it really is, and making communication really the key, and really knowing within ourselves. I mean, for myself, I know I've gotten red flags in relationships. But I stayed with the relationship and hoping and wishing and all this, and realizing that this is not going to go anywhere, and I knew that somewhere in me, I knew that this relationship wasn't going to go anywhere, but I kept wanting to hold on to that. And so finally I decided that, you know what, I'm going down a road that leads nowhere. And so that's what I'm saying. If you're going down a road that isn't going to lead nowhere, then make the decision that is best for you. Because people are going to come and go in our lives, as I said in my other video. And, make most of what you have. If you know that this is, this relationship is not going to go anywhere, again, you have to decide, what does that even mean for you? Like, are we wanting to get into a relationship? Okay, let's get married right now. Let's be boyfriend and girlfriend right now. I mean, there's a lot of things to take into consideration. And so I will figure out a name for the title of this video. But anyway, I really just appreciated you listening and hope feeling me in what I had to say today, because I really had to get this out. I just feel that if we are wanting to shift the consciousness, shift our thoughts, and really have truly connected relationships in all aspects, in all areas, because we're always constantly relating to something or someone, and especially people. People are our biggest lessons. They are the ones that help us to grow. So even if there's in this relationship that you're having this, you really love each other, but you're having this going back and forth, and I don't even know what I don't want to call it a disagreement, but differences maybe is what I want to call it. It's really, honoring that person's opinion and the difference, and honoring yourself as well. But it's also going, maybe I do like the way they look at things. And he could say, maybe I do like the way that she looks at things. And maybe you can shift your perspective and looking at each other and going, wow, I really like how you think about that. And kind of asking the question, what drew you to think about it that way? And really getting into these conversations about how and why and what makes you want to think that way, or how did that come about? So these are all questions to begin to start connecting with that person and finding out about that person. So I'll leave you with that because I've gone on way too long. And so thank you again for tuning in. And really, I hope you felt me. And I really do hope that you will really take a look at the media and what are we watching and what are we feeding our souls and what do we really want. If we want one thing but we're listening and watching another thing, it's clashing, you know. It's clashing. And so yeah, so that's what I want to leave you with, just really thinking about that and really just going within yourself and asking all those questions and really seeing what are we drawn to, what are we watching that maybe not be serving us. So thank you again for tuning in and watching, and I hope that you got something out of this. And so I look forward to seeing you again. And if you do like the video, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. So thanks so much. I'll see you later.